He's a man who has never used utensils to eat since he was a kid. Dressed in rags, he sits in an iron cage underground with a metal collar locked around his neck. He has no friends and no playmates. Only a childhood book and a doll kept him company. And blood keeps dripping from his head because he just fought a brutal battle. His name is Danny. Since he was young, he'd been raised like a dog by Bart, a mob boss to be his enforcer. Whenever they went out to collect money or seize territory, Bart only needed to unbuckle Danny's metal collar and say one sentence. The moment Danny's collar is removed, it's like he becomes a completely different person, unbelievably skilled, taking down enemies with ease. After Bart's years of brutal training, Danny had long mastered deadly martial arts. Even when he was outnumbered, every strike drew blood, every punch hit like steel, and when he fought, he was like a wild beast, relentless and ruthless, practically a killing machine. Danny single-handedly took down dozens from a rival gang, leaving Bart extremely satisfied with the monster he created. With Danny, he could easily retrieve large sums of money from anyone. The mob boss drove his white 1981 Jaguar XJ every day, taking Danny around to fight and collect debts. This time, he brought his men into the British gang's territory to recover owed money. The British gang's boss had long heard that Bart kept a deadly fighter, and he knew that once Danny's collar was removed, the man became almost invincible. The clever Brit strolled slowly toward Bart. Suddenly, his men restrained Bart tightly. No matter how loudly Bart yelled, Danny didn't move. He had been conditioned to only act when the collar was removed. He stood there, watching Bart get punched and kicked. The British boss happily went outside to meet a mysterious client, but he didn't expect Bart to suddenly roll and knock down his captor, get back on his feet, and start fighting back. After all, Bart had survived decades of gang warfare, and this tough old man forced himself over to Danny and viciously unlatched his collar. The British boss was still smiling and talking with his client when suddenly one of his men crashed through the window, thrown by Danny. The British boss hurriedly told his men to stop Danny, but he had no idea just how terrifying Danny's abilities were.